The key element to becoming an expert in your industry is to find what is your framework and to slowly and gradually improve that framework every time you serve it, every time you give it. Because if you don't have a framework, you're just another something. You're just another yoga teacher. You're just another singing instructor. You're just another hypnotherapist. And that's very bad to be, because when you're a yoga teacher, someone goes to a yoga class and there's no real expectancy of being a good class or a bad class. It's a yoga class. I go, I do yoga. When you start becoming the expert of some form of, let's call it a transformation, you're the expert of getting people to breathe better and through that to let go of snoring at night. You can do that through yoga, you can do that through breathwork, you can do that through different tools, but you're not a yoga teacher anymore. You're the snoring stopping expert, right? And suddenly it becomes interesting because you can work with people on that problem or specific desire that they have and create a framework out of it. And it comes back to you. It comes back to what were the things that you've grown through? What were your breakthrough moments? And we'll go into that also. But what were the moments that defined you as who you are, that taught you what is going on and how to create the transformation that you can help people with? Me, for example, I understood that I love to help people to become free. I love to help people to become independent of a job, independent of location, independent of, all the things that I've learned for myself. My breakthrough moment, one of the main ones, was seeing a colleague of mine when I was a programmer at Microsoft, and I saw that he's 10 years from where I am, is 10 years older, is 10 years more advanced, he's getting much more money, but he's not happy. He has this tight schedule where he needs to put his children to the kindergarten at 6:15, and he needs to beat the traffic. And I felt, wow, this is not a life of freedom. I don't want to live this way. And then I started exploring different ways of making money online, of creating businesses, of learning marketing, of how to shift this. And another breakthrough moment, for example, was a friend of mine in Tel Aviv who told me, yeah, I'm going for a week in Germany, I'm going for after that for a week in Netherlands. And it was a plan that he made 2 days in advance. And for me, it was shocking, it was mind-blowing, because I was working and I had to ask for vacation. And in Hebrew, we say freedom days. And it was shocking for me. How can a person just go for 2 weeks in Europe now? From one day to another. So those moments defined me as a freedom seeker, as someone who enjoys and is so passionate about getting people to be free, to be able to travel and to work remotely and to build a business. And you also have them. You also have those moments of, maybe it's moments of desperation, maybe it's moments of someone died. It can be so many different moments. It can be a book that you read that opened your mind. You take those breakthrough moments and you understand what you've learned through each one of those breakthrough moments. And it can be one breakthrough moment that really struck you, and it can be 5 breakthrough moments. And through that, you build your framework. You see, where was I before that breakthrough moment? Who am I after learning that? Who am I after this growth? Who am I now in this new way of living? And you're the expert on that, on taking people from this first mountain to the second mountain. And you are the mountain. The person you're helping actually is the mountain, because it's all in the mind, right? So your breakthrough moment took you from the first place where you were to where you are now, through the healing, through the growth, through the understanding, through the connection. And this is where you can start helping people. And this is where people will start begging you to help them. This is where the magic will happen. Because you take this thing, you take this transformation, usually 3 ways of seeing this transformation. It's 3 points of transformation from mountain A to mountain B. 3 ways of bridging the gap, or 3 gaps to bridge, let's say. And now all you need to do is to refine this story of yours and to create a workshop out of it, to create a framework out of it, to create recorded materials, to create audio materials, to later write a book about it, to build all of your assets around this framework, and you're becoming the expert of this framework. So when someone comes and discovers you, discovers your community, there's a rich world talking about this transformation. And then it starts to be really exciting, because when you work, you know you're building your assets. You know you're building something that doesn't fade away like sand in the wind. You're not posting on social media anymore. You're not doing one thing and another thing. Instead, you have a direction for your energy, which is so important.